Good morning, dear students. Today we will start our value education class, and this is your book of value education. We will study this first story, that is The Broken Pot. This story is about a water bearer. Who is a water bearer? You can see this person. Water bearer means who carries water from the water resources like either well or from river to the house. You can see the picture. There is a person who is carrying two big pots full of water on his shoulder, and you can see a house far away. He carries the water to the house. So once there was a water bearer in India, and he had two large pots, and he hung each pot at the ends of a pole. Pole means you can see this person is holding a pole, and at the ends means this is one end and this is another end. And this pole he carried across his neck. Now one of the pots had a crack in it. See, this is one of the pot which had a crack in it. So what happened? The other pot was perfect and carried the full portion of water up to the end of the long walk from the stream to the water bearer's house. So the water bearer carried water from the stream to his house. The cracked pot arrived only half full. So when this man reached his house from the stream, the perfect pot was completely filled and the cracked pot used to become half empty. For a full 2 years, this went on daily. The water bearer managed to carry only one and a half pots full of water to his house. Of course, the perfect pot was proud. I am the best, it would often say, smirking at the cracked pot. So, this perfect pot used to smirk at this cracked pot. चिढ़ाता था उसे कि I am the best because I carry full water and you carry half water. Poor cracked pot grew more and more ashamed of its own imperfection. It felt miserable for being able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. This cracked pot used to feel ashamed. इसे अपने आप पर शर्म आती थी कि मैं एक इम्परफेक्ट पॉट हूँ, मैं अपना काम पूरा नहीं कर पाता. After 2 years of what the cracked pot considered to be a bitter failure, it spoke dejectedly to the water bearer one day. Sir, I am ashamed of myself and I want to apologize to you. एक दिन ये क्रैक पॉट खुद से बिल्कुल परेशान हो गया और अपने आप को एक फेलियर समझने लगा. तो उसने वाटर बियरर से कहा कि मुझे अपने आप पर शर्म आती है, मैं आपसे माफ़ी मांगना चाहता हूँ, अपोलोजाइज़ करना चाहता हूँ. वाई आस्क्ड द बेयरर, व्हाट आर यू अशेम्ड ऑफ? वाटर बियरर ने पूछा कि क्यों, किस बात की तुम्हें शर्म आती? For the past 2 years, I have been able to deliver only half of the load because this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to our house. Due to my flaw, you have to do all of this work and still don't get full value from your effort, the pot said. कि मेरी वजह से आप अपना काम पूरा नहीं कर पाते हैं. आप 2 पॉट्स की जगह सिर्फ 1 and half pot वाटर ही लेकर जा पाते हैं. The water bearer felt sorry for the old cracked pot and said, Today as we return to the house, I want you to notice the beautiful flowers along the path. वाटर बेयर ने पॉट से कहा कि आज जब हम लोग घर लौटेंगे तो रोड के एक साइड पे देखना, पाथ जिस पे हम लोग वॉक करेंगे उसके एक साइड पे देखना कि उस पे वाइल्ड फ्लावर्स खिले हुए हैं. Indeed, as they went up the hill, the old cracked pot took notice of the sun warming the beautiful wildflowers on the side of the path. This cheered it somewhat, but at the end of the trail it still felt bad because it had leaked one out half its load, and so again it apologized to the bearer for its failure. So वो थोड़ा खुश तो हुआ, but end of the path he was again sorry क्योंकि वो फिर half pot water ही ला पाया था. The bearer said to the pot, "Did you notice that there were flowers only on your side of the path but not on the other side?" The pot nodded that it had seen so. वाटर बेयर ने बोला, क्या तुमने ध्यान दिया कि जो रास्ते में फ्लावर्स थे वो सिर्फ वन साइड पे थे, जिस साइड पे वो क्रैक्ड पॉट रहता है सिर्फ उसी साइड पे थे. तो उसने कहा, यस आई हैड नोटिस्ड. The pot nodded that it had seen so. That's because I have always known about your flaw and I took advantage of it. I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we returned from the stream, you watered them unknowingly. For 2 years I have been able to pick those beautiful flowers to decorate my little daughter's room. Without you being just the way you are, I would not have this beauty to grace my house, said the water bearer. तो वाटर बेयर ने बताया कि मुझे शुरू से ही मालूम था तुम क्रैक्ड हो, बट मैंने तुम्हारी इस फ्लॉ को, मीन्स इस कमी को तुम्हारे एडवांटेज में बदल दिया, और मैंने उस साइड ऑफ द रोड पे सीड्स, फ्लावर सीड्स लगा दिए थे, और एवरी डे जब तुम उस पे से पानी लीक होते होते जाते हो तो वो फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स जो हैं उनको वाटरिंग हो जाती है. दिस प्लांट्स गेट वाटर्ड एंड दैट्स वाई दे हैव ग्रोन सो ब्यूटिफुल एंड दे हैव सच अ ब्यूटिफुल फ्लावर्स on them. And what I do, the water bearer said, that these flowers I give it to my daughter and she decorates the room, decorates the house with that. My house is full of flowers and beauty because of you. Because तो दैट मीन्स वाटर बेयरर ने क्रैक्ड पॉट को उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस के बारे में बताया, और जब क्रैक्ड पॉट को अपनी इम्पोर्टेंस के बारे में मालूम पड़ा, द क्रैक्ड पॉट वॉज नो लॉन्गर अशेम्ड ऑफ इटसेल्फ. सी चिल्ड्रन, एवरी वन ऑफ अस हैव सम फ्लॉज, बट हमें अपनी कमी की वजह से अपने आप को छोटा नहीं मानना चाहिए. हमें कोई दूसरी खूबी हो सकती है, उसे पहचानना चाहिए. थैंक यू चिल्ड्रन.